Hey guys! Did you know that apart from writing messages in the sand and building sandcastles on the beach, you can actually use sand to make customized molds for candles? These candles are really fun and easy to make, and you need just a few things to make them in any shape you want. To create these kind of molds, you will need sand. I'm using white decorative sand, a few basic tea candles, a measuring cup or a bowl that can be used with hot temperatures, some water in a saucepan, crayons if you want to color your candles. You will also need objects that you would like to make into a candle, some brushes. With the end of these brushes we can mold any shape you want. And you will also need toothpicks or skewers. First, boil some water in a saucepan and turn off the heat. Then place your bowl or measuring cup into the saucepan. And while the water is slightly cooling down, take a few tea candles and remove the wick. If you have that, place the tea candles inside the bowl and let them melt completely. I use skewers to slightly move them around. When the whole wax has melted, you can add some color if you like. For this step I broke off a piece of a crayon and placed it inside the measuring cup, and then blended it with the wax. You can use a skewer to blend everything very well. Now, before we can make molds for our candles, add a few tablespoons of water to your sand and mix everything together. We just want to make the sand a little bit wet and not totally soaked with water. This way the shape you are going to mold stays in place. After that, go ahead and place the shape of your choice on top of the sand. When you do that, press it firmly so the top part is all the way in the sand. We just want to transfer the top part of the shape into the sand. If you have that, carefully remove the object and you should get a nice mold. Now there are two options how the candle can look in the end. You can place a toothpick to the center of the mold and pour in the wax. This way we get a hole for the wick, and we can also decide what side will be the top part. Or you can place the wick directly to the mold. This way the top side will be the side that is facing towards you. So keep that in mind and experiment a little bit. But if you don't have any proper shape that you can use for your mold, you can just create it yourself. For this step I used the end of a thick brush and pressed in some shapes into the sand. Since I wanted to create a flower, I pressed in 5 holes and then connected them by removing the excess sand. If you do that, be sure to press in the brush evenly to avoid an uneven bottom. When you are happy with the shape, place a wick or a toothpick inside and pour in the wax. I also used a small starfish plate to demonstrate that you can use almost anything to create a mold for your candles. Now we just need to wait a few minutes until the wax has cooled down. I waited a few minutes until the wax felt just slightly warm. After that, go ahead and remove the toothpick if needed, and then we just need to brush off the sand. Then I cut off some excess wax and added the wick back inside the candle. But this might be tricky, so be careful. Now the downside is that some of the sand won't come off that easily. But you can sand it off or make the candle the way I did here, so the bottom part is not that visible. And yes, the candles will burn even though there might be some sand in the way. This is maybe not the best way to create candles, but I found that this project was so fun to make that I just wanted to share the idea with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you are going to recreate any of my ideas, be sure to send me your pictures through Twitter or Instagram and tag me. I would really love to see them. Have a wonderful day everyone, and see you next week.